Hello, I'm glad to be with you all again. Encantado de estar con ustedes. Uh, Today we're going to continue with this Loomis series. In this case, the subject will be the cross, the importance of the cross when you draw the ball and position it the cross. La importancia de colocar la cruz cuando dibujes la bola, posicionar la cruz, eso va a determinar la forma en que vas a ver la cabeza. This is very important because with this sign of cross here, you will explain where is the direction, where is the point of view the head will be established, you know? So right now, as you can see, I do previously the exercise. I gonna make it again for you since the beginning. I gained some time doing this a few minutes ago. So we start again drawing ball. That's it. It's very simple. Drawing a ball or not. That's depend of the ability to draw the ball. But anyway, you can start like this, you know, throwing the ball, and immediately establish the central space. Después que dibujes la bola, que te tome trabajo o no, dependiendo de tu habilidad para poderlo hacer, vas a buscar el punto del medio de esta bola, la esfera, aquí. Y vas a trazar una cruz. In that point, you will trace a cross, you see? A cross. Very simple. Nothing special. At the same time, you will try to establish the real proportion of the head. Al mismo tiempo, vas a tratar de establecer la verdadera posición de la cabeza. Do you know, of course, head is not like this. I mean, it's not completely round. So I need to take off a little bit of this side, see, and a little bit of this side. No, not really enormous. It's only probably a slight, un pedacito. Tú vas a quitar un pedacito de lado y lado. Después estableceremos por qué. Pero por ahora, pues, quitas un pedacito delgado de lado y lado. Y en esa forma vas a tener la proporción ovalada finalmente de la cabeza. In this way, you're gonna create the oval to take shape, establish the real proportion of the head. So remember, this part goes out. It's not part of the equation, okay? And we'll see that in the next drawing. But anyway, right now, you know, you have these directions. Tú tienes estas direcciones, ¿ves? La que corta en dos, la esfera, ¿verdad? Y la que establece esto. O sea, que tienes una cruz en medio de la bola. That means you have a cross in the middle of the ball, okay? And you cut two slice. Now, we're gonna move the cross. We're gonna make it something completely different now. Vamos a hacer algo diferente, vamos a mover la cruz. Vamos a reposicionar la cruz. Y después que tú establezcas la forma de la esfera, otra vez, ¿verdad? Entonces vas a decir, bueno, en vez de colocar la cruz acá, la voy a colocar al lado. Now we're going to move the cross to the left side. And probably here is a very, very good position. This is a very interesting position. You will see why at the end. So I make the cross here and I establish immediately this movement, this rotation. You see, cutting the ball in two. Vas a cortar la bola en dos, ¿ves? De esta manera. Trying to feel the rhythm, and that way you have a better perception of the shape. Trata de seguir el ritmo para tener una buena percepción de esto, ¿no? You cut the cross, like the ball in two and 2. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, first of all. And in that way, you have this design. The cross. And, of course, the mark. The movement, you see? Rotation movement. Okay? So, we have now two different positions in the cross. Ahora tenemos dos posiciones distintas en la cruz. Una está en el frente y otra está en el lado. Let's move this one to the contrary position. I mean, we make it in the left. Now we're going to make it in the right. But this time, we're going to lower a little bit the position of the cross. A little lower. Vamos a hacer ahora la posición de la cruz un poquito más abajo, ¿ves? Vamos a hacer esto. ¿Ok? Siente la rotación, por favor, es importante eso. Y cuando dibujes la cruz, trata de sentir también esta rotación de la mejor manera posible. When you draw this, try to feel the rotation in the best way possible. And now the cross will be here. Almost like this, but the point of view here is a little low. See? There you are. Let's redraw a little bit this one to make it look exactly like at least close to what a ball looks, what the sphere shape looks. Okay? Next one. Now we're gonna put it in the top. Ahora vamos a ponerla arriba. See? Like this. Feel the rotation. It's very important. Okay? Feel the rotation. So the cross is the most important part after you begin to draw the sphere, the ball. The cross is the very second important part. La cruz es la parte más importante después que tú dibujas esto porque es la que te va a indicar o te va a dar el sentido de la rotación, ¿ves? De la rotación de la cabeza. ¿Hacia dónde está mirando? Entonces tenemos que dibujarla bien para poderla hacer positivamente efectiva. In order to make a very effective perception of the angle on everything, you need to establish very well the position of the cross. That's the name of the system, the ball and the cross. Ese es el nombre del sistema, la bola y la cruz. ¿Ves? There you are. Okay, let's start now with this guy. Okay, we're gonna try to move this to the reality, a little bit at least. Vamos a mover esto a la realidad un poquito y entonces vamos a tratar de dibujar aquí, ¿verdad? Una esfera de nuevo. Yo tengo abajo un papel con esto. We're gonna try to draw this one like a sphere shape and look for the center again like this. And of course, I'm gonna try to make the slide cut. There you are. Now, in this point here, this is a very important part. The cross will be the axis here, and you're gonna make here the position for the brows. See? So the brows. I mean, there is always the point of or the beginning of the drawing, because eyebrows will be exactly here, and this is the middle of the face. Okay, I will try to establish this distance. Esta siempre va a ser las cejas y esto siempre va a ser la mitad de la cara. Okay, to find the model or the very basic measurement, the bottom of the nose, I calculate this. If the person is look at me right now, the upper lip will be more or less around here. and the bottom lip will be more or less around here, you see? So I think this can be the model here, exactly here. And I repeat this distance, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's mean I have 1, 2, 3 parts and a half. Entonces voy a tratar de ubicar, ¿verdad? Los elementos de la cara. Fíjate, aquí van a estar las cejas, aquí va a estar la nariz, y lo sé porque si me está mirando de frente, el labio superior, la abertura de la boca estará sobre el círculo y el labio inferior estará más o menos al borde del círculo. Y aquí estará la barbilla, ¿ves? Más o menos. ¿Cómo lo sé? Pues así, mira, 1 y 2, ¿verdad? 1 y 2, te queda una media parte arriba. 3 parts and a half, okay? Now, we have the relation of distance. Now, let's talk about the relation of size. So, in this portion here, you're gonna have the eyes, and the most simple way to establish the nose is like this, like a little triangle, you see, a little triangle here. So I think the opening of the mouth is a little up, like this, much better now. And I don't need to do really a very difficult drawing here, only marks this way, see? And for the eyes, more or less the same thing. No necesito hacer grandes cosas aquí, solamente una marca pequeña para un ojo, para otro ojo y sobre todo esta parte de la nariz. When we study the canon, we establish the exactly proportion of the parts. Right now, it's not necessary, it's only a little mark, you see, to establish the position of the nose, to establish the opening of the mouth, and to establish the position of the eyes. Probably you can create the glabella too, the marks from the glabella. Tú puedes hacer las marcas para glabella, esta forma triangular que está aquí. It's a triangular shape, okay? Another thing you can do here, as a basic information, is this: create the angle to establish the form of the cheekbone, okay? And after that, you go like this, more or less creating this direction, you see, to finally go to the chin and begin to move in this direction, the jaw. Okay, so aquí tú tienes estos dos marcas para el pómulo. Tienes marcas simples para los ojos, la nariz y la boca. Y trata de buscar la forma de la mandíbula. Okay? How I know where I need to turn this in this direction? Well, if you go to the mouth and create this, you're going to notice exactly more or less at that level is the moment you begin to go in like this. You see? The same thing, in like this. So that's a great reference to do this. Another thing we can do is this 2 marks in the top to establish the plane, the frontal plane of the head, like that. And begin to create this relation too, see? Side by side, a little more round. But already lost this part and this part, you see? And finally, this part in the top. So we have a face, at least the shape. Entonces te das cuenta que ya tenemos una cara, por lo menos más o menos la forma, rodeada de esta manera redonda acá, ¿verdad? Más redondeada, no completamente redonda, más redondeada. Fíjate que este espacio ya no está y este espacio ya no está. Eso es muy, muy importante. These angles are very important too. These two angles, and of course, these another angles here, see? So yeah, you have more or less now the proportion using the very basic shape, initial very basic shape of the sphere, okay? Next one, Now you repeat that. Let me put the light here because in that way I can see better. And I want to keep the proportion. So I want this one looks like this one in proportion exactly, or at least pretty close. Quiero que me queden igualitas, entonces por eso uso el dibujo que tengo en la base en mi mesa de luz. De esa manera tengo esa proporción. Okay, right now I have the sphere shape and I am looking for this cut. Let's do it. Ahora voy a buscar el corte, ¿verdad? De esa forma, ¿ves? Igualita a la de arriba. Estoy tratando de imitarla, ¿ves? Imitarla en lo posible. Y aquí va la cruz, ¿ves? Va cruz. Entonces voy a ponerla así. Está más o menos igual a la de arriba. Más o menos, no tiene que ser tampoco exacta. It's more or less the same thing. Probably it's not exactly 100%, but it's pretty close. It works for me in that way. Now I'm gonna erase a little bit of this part. Voy a borrar un poquito esta parte de aquí, un poquito. Y voy a hacer más o menos una relación de corte. Ya eso lo vimos en la anterior. We do this the last time. Remember that? The last time we do this, we separate this part. And I'm gonna do it again, you see, more or less like that. When I do that, I establish, at the same time I establish the frontal axis, I can establish this one here. You see? Al mismo tiempo que yo establezco el axis frontal que divide el rostro en dos, aquí, yo puedo establecer esta mitad aquí. The only thing is this, remember, this one goes in this direction, in the top, and make a round cut. We see that in the last lesson. If you don't remember, check it again. You see, and this one. Right now, after you do the cut, you need to establish this one is no longer round. It's like this. And this one is no longer round. It's like this. You see? Because this part is completely missing. It's coming out, okay? It's missing. Okay, this important thing. Remember this cut is important. Now, when you have that, you have the frontal plane of this. I mean, this plane here, you see, is the frontal plane. And remember, after you make the cut, you have exactly this situation. You see that? This is the beginning of the jaw. This is the chin. This is the top of the head. This is the cranial shape. ¿Ok? Ahora tú tienes exactamente la forma como tiene que ser. Cuando haces el corte vertical y recto acá, tú tienes esta parte plana. ¿Ok? Esa parte es plana. Ya no es redonda. ¿Ves? Ya no es redonda. Es plana. Eso es lo único que tienes que recordar. Eso es lo más importante. Porque eso es lo que te permite hacer el dibujo bien, porque tienes esa relación. Okay, where is the cross? Well, the cross is here. Like this. The cross is here. But I'm gonna go like this. Softly make a little soft curvy thing. It's not exactly like this. No, it's not like this. You see? It's not like this. It's soft, curvy. Okay? When I have that, I will need to create the relation for the eyes. And immediately after I trace this, I can do the second trace like that. The second trace, more or less, will be exactly where the ears begin. You see? So ear will be established like that. And the nose start in this point and go out. Cuando trazo la posible posición de los ojos, que es paralela, ¿ve? Parallel to the shape of the cross, like this. Yo puedo empezar a crear la forma de la glabela. Like glabella and beginning of the nose. Goes out, in, out, cut. After that, I can do the shape of the nose stroke. Entonces yo cuando hago esto, que salgo, que entro, que salgo. Puedo hacer la forma del agujero de la nariz y tengo la perspectiva o proyección de la nariz. In that way, I can find the perspective or projection of the nose. And immediately I know in this place, more or less, will be the open of the mouth. Va a estar la posición de la boca después aquí. La abertura de la boca, no el labio, la abertura de la boca. Acuérdense de eso siempre, es muy importante. Always remember, you don't try to draw the upper lip or something. You need to establish where is the opening of the mouth. That's it. And after that, you make the mark for the bottom lip. Okay? In this part here, you have, after you going down like this, from the superciliar arc, the eyebrow position, go in, go out. Cuando tienes la posición del arco superciliar, vas para adentro y vas para afuera. Aquí vas para adentro, vas a subir, ¿ves? Vas a hacer eso. Y esto va a descender. This one goes down like this. Try to draw over whatever you already have in the nose, because you need to be sure this is the angle, okay? So it's not a big deal, because you can erase at the end this and recover the area. But here it's important you have the position of the cheekbone. Aquí es importante que tengas la posición del pómulo, así que dibuja sobre la nariz para que tú puedas saber que exactamente va bajando por allí. Aquí va a salir el punto de la barbilla, ¿ves? Un poquito más exagerado. I'm gonna make this one a little more pointy, you see, like this, much better. And the cheek, and especially the shape of the cheekbone and the eyebrow angle is more or less like this. ¿Ves? Esto y esto son el ángulo para la ceja. Aquí se eleva igual, aquí se eleva igual. Y el ojo va a estar aproximadamente acá. No vamos a hacer detalles, solamente lo vamos a marcar por ahora. Lo que sí voy a marcar es la glabela y el grosor de la nariz. Y puedo inclusive hacer un espacio para el labio. I'm gonna make a mark for the glabella and the frontal plane of the nose, and a little bit, it's a little mark for the upper lip. That's it. Elevation of the bottom lip, la elevación del labio inferior. And I try to establish this direction. The cheekbone, see, goes like this. And you already have the frontal plane, see, the frontal plane of the face. In this point, you begin to go up, exactly like this. And of course, you're gonna try to make the mark for the eyebrow. Eyebrow will be, the hair here, like this. Sorry for my English, for God's sake. Okay, this one is more or less the position of the hair, cut of the hair. And this one can be a little bigger because the mass of the hair. See? A little bigger, that's it. And of course, you put the ear in position. Tienes que hacerlo de pronto un poquito más grande por la masa del pelo. Y desde luego vas a posicionar la oreja. Again, I will not do a very sharp drawing here. It's only to establish the position of the elements, the features, see, like that. So more or less the position. And we have now, using the same position of the cross, here, and that's the way you can see the head if you put the cross in that place. Okay? Always remember this particular space and this particular cut. You see, it's very important because in that way you can establish the position of the elements. Okay, very well. Now the next one will be the contrary, exactly the contrary, but the point of view is a little low. So I do it again. I open the light and make this the shape of the ball. I try to do it a little more fast today. Anyway, it's okay. So it's good enough. Can be, it's not necessary to be perfectly round. No es necesario que esté perfectamente redonda, solamente que más o menos se vea así. Y ahora, esto sí es importante. This is really important. You see the position of the cross. Let's do it. I try to imitate the one I have in the top. Tengo que imitar lo mejor que pueda la que tengo arriba y crear esto. Aquí un poquito, se ve un poquito diferente que arriba. Vamos a ver si lo puedo emparejar. Ahí está mejor. Okay, so I make the cut like this. Hago el corte de esta manera y trato de seguir la forma. I try to follow the shape of the sphere and the cut. And again, I want to make another cut here. See? Así está mejor. There you are. And goes like this. Okay? Just remember the beach balls. Remember the ones who many colors we used to use in the old days. Okay, now I'm gonna try to establish here very basic proportions. This is the position for the nose. You see, and again I try to cut a little bit the other side like this, and looking for what I do here exactly like that. So this is again 1, 2, 3. Again 1, 2, 3. Okay. Over that, I have enough reference to do the probable position of the mouth. Ahora tengo la posición probable de la boca y la forma de la barbilla. I know this will be no more like this, will be like this. Plain, see? And plain. Of course, I need to take off this. There's the beginning of the jaw and go like this in this direction. And the ear will be here. And this is the position of the nose. Okay, with this preliminary layout, I can make now a better drawing. Con este preliminar, después que salgo de esto, después que hago esto, yo sé que puedo dibujar arriba mucho mejor, sin problemas. De nuevo, la cara, ¿no? Y hago la forma de la nariz, nose stroke, la punta de la nariz, and the probably directions. This is 1, 2, 3. And this is the position of the nose stroke, the glabella. Glabella, okay? This is the frontal plane. And the opening of the mouth is here. This is the bottom lip. This is the filter. And I create the shape here. This is always a little round, more or less shape. I mean, it's soft round. And the point of the chin. La posición de la barbilla, que es un poquito más filosa, y esta parte redondeada, ¿ves? Ahora voy a crear esta parte de el macetero y redondeo allí. Entonces ya tengo esta porción que es bastante parecida a esta, pero aquí esta cabeza está mirando hacia abajo. It's pretty close to this, but the point of view is a little different. We need to have this V. You see, it's a V shape, and this one goes in this way. And now I can make a better eyes. Close eyes, close eyes. Puedo hacer unos ojos mejores ahora cerrados para hacer énfasis en la posición de la cabeza, eyebrow, cheekbone, el hueso, el pómulo se ve allí, se ve cómo se hacen las cejas, en la masa de acá del párpado y de la posición del ojo. This one probably will be like that. Remember, this is always, I need to insist on this. This is the cross, okay? Cross is here. And this one is round until this point, more or less, where you will be begin to see the airline. See, like this. So, following the same shape here, aquí vas a ver el corte para el pelo, ¿verdad? Y siguiendo esta dirección, vas a establecer la forma en la que el pelo entra, ¿ves? Entra allí y va dando la vuelta y va moviéndose en esta dirección para encontrarse allí. Aquí está la patilla. This is the regular cut of the hair. More or less aligned with the eyes, you see? Aligned with the eyes. And after that you have the position of the ear, la posición de la oreja. Entonces vas a dibujarla allí. Otra vez un simple contorno sin detalle, solamente para posicionarla. You need to feel this volume here. Tienes que sentir este volumen aquí, como para que se vea que la ceja sale. You need to feel this one goes out, and especially this round shape, the cranium shape is doing this 1, 2, and over that the volume of the hair, and of course it's a little bigger. I recommend doing this with very geometrical traces like this. It's more effective in this way. See? And try to establish this direction. It's very important because that's what exactly guide you to do all these things, you see. This is not the high point in the head, it's just the cut, okay? The high point is here, behind, okay? Este no es el punto más alto de la cabeza, sino aquí atrás. Pero asegúrate de que todos los cortes direccionales se sientan, se vean en posición. Así que tú tienes esto ahora, tienes dos puntos de vista diferentes. Two different point of view, from the left and from the right. But we use the same principle in both cases. Again, to finish this, I'm gonna create the ball again. The reason I copy this is because I want the heads to have the same proportion, more or less. La razón de que calco esto es para que me quede más o menos dentro de la misma proporción, ¿no? Pero yo podría hacerlo más grande o más pequeño, pero iba a perder un poquito la relación de proporción y no quiero. Okay, so it's more or less the same proportion of this and this, you know. And now I began to redraw a little bit and establish the cross, okay? It's a very important thing. Let's do it. Establish the cross. Okay. Probably this is the most difficult of these four heads. And there we go. So it comes like this. And begin to making the cut like this. There you are, more or less like that. At the same time, I'm gonna try to establish this cut here. See, like that. Okay, I have the ball again, and now I began to establish the position of the cross, as always. Remember, the name is the ball and the cross, okay? Now, when you do this, you need to establish the directions. Again, look at this. Eyebrows, eyes, parallel to that, and especially the position of the nose. And you know the nose coming from this point here and go out. But this time we will see the nose not like this, not like that. We're gonna see the nose from the bottom. So I have this, I had to create this triangular relation, you see, because it's an elevation of the nose like this. Tengo que ahora hacer la elevación de la nariz y para eso me valgo de la forma de un triángulo para ver justamente cómo se ve la nariz desde abajo, ¿ves? Y hago esas marcas allí. Otra cosa que yo hago es la apertura de la boca. Another thing I'm going to do right now is the opening of the mouth. And I notice this. Look at this. This one goes like this. Eyes goes like this. Nose goes like this. The direction in the mouth is like this. And this volume here, see, goes like this too. Okay? So I know this is not completely round now. I know this one is like this. Okay? This is the bottom of the chin. And I know this is the beginning of the jaw. And I made this. And I can see too this part. Yo estoy viendo aquí que al hacer estas direcciones estoy coincidiendo con esto. Estoy siguiendo la forma redondeada todo el tiempo de la cabeza. Por eso es que es un poquito difícil, ¿ves? Porque tú tienes que ver cómo se mete aquí, cómo sale, cómo entra, cómo da la vuelta, cómo sale la barbilla, ¿ves? Entonces tengo que mantener esas direcciones para que eso funcione. Now I'm gonna take out this. You see? And this one is not round anymore. This one is not round anymore. This is plain like this, and this is plain like this. And thanks to that, right now I have this relation. You see? This relation. Over this, I will try to draw with more detail everything. Después que tengo esta relación de distancia entre las partes, voy a tratar de dibujar con mayor perfección todo esto. Una de las cosas que yo hago siempre primero es la nariz. One of the things I always do first is the nose. Because the nose point bring me the information. Where is this things, where is this thing goes, you know, in this direction, you see? So I do this. And I have the direction, I have the relation in my mind of perspective. So that's helped me terribly to establish the sensation of distance and direction. Esto me ayuda tremendamente a establecer la sensación de dirección y la perspectiva, ¿ves? Gracias a eso lo puedo hacer. Y me ayuda ya a entender lo que estoy haciendo. This bump is for the nasal bone and the glabella, see? Nasal bone, the glabella, go to the point, and the nose stroke here, and the nose stroke here. There you are. And now, the other relation of the glabella and eye. Eye will be here. You see? One eye, two eyes, three eyes. So this is the probably position of the eye. And I know if I do the canon, I mean, si yo hago el canon, voy cuando haga la nariz y cuando haga el espacio de esa nariz y el ojo, yo sé que donde está el borde del, aquí ves, por aquí va a empezar el ojo. Entonces yo lo puedo plantear, ¿ves? Lo puedo plantear allí. So, this is a great relation of measurement because I know when the nose stroke ends, this is the probably position of the eye. The lagrimal is here and go like this and like this. So this is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So bottom lid, bottom lid. Probably the upper lid is visible, but not much really. It's more like that. And there it goes up here to establish the position of the eyebrow. Cuando dibujo el ojo tengo presente esto, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Puedo marcar el párpado inferior y algo del párpado superior que se ve y establezco este ángulo para la elevación de la pestaña, perdón, de la ceja. Y hago lo mismo acá, ¿ves? Elevación de la ceja. Ujú, ujú. And go, y voy adentro, así, go in like that. Ahora voy para atrás. Esta distancia se reduce. This distance is less now because the point of view I have, and the relation of the proportion is decreasing. I mean, this one is big, less big, and even less big because the perspective, that's it. So when you do this, you draw this. This is the position of the filter. This is the position of the opening of the mouth. And now, after that, you can draw the upper lip, bottom lip, elevation of the bottom lip. Tienes que sentir eso cuando estás dibujando. La posición de la abertura de la boca es la más importante. Después puedes dibujar el labio superior y el labio inferior y la elevación del labio inferior. ¿Ok? Entonces todo esto aquí tiene que sentirse de esa manera, con mucho cuidado. The front plane of the nose is like this, ¿sí? Front plane of the nose. And now you begin to create the relation of the cheekbone. Ahora vas a crear la relación del pómulo. Mira, ahora haces así. Este es el pómulo. Piensa que esto se repite aquí. Haces así. Y aquí aproximadamente estás creando esta relación. So you have this and you have this. You have this and you have this. This is the frontal plane again. Look at this. Frontal plane again. Let's put the chin here. So the chin is like that. Okay. The cut from the hair, the same angle of this, a little more, probably goes more in this direction, and after that go up. This one can be to a guy, like this, to establish the position of the jaw. And the jaw can be a little more high, like this, more like this. There you are. And this is the position of the ear, exactly like this, see? Like this, so ear will be in this position with a little angle, like this. And the end will be here. And of course, this one will be bigger a little bit because the mass of the hair. Entonces esto va a ser un poquito más grande por la masa del cabello, ¿ves? Aumento el tamaño porque ahora la cabeza se está viendo hacia atrás. The neck, el cuello. La parte redonda de la barbilla. The very round shape here. And go to the little angle here. Go to the cheekbone, like that. And of course, we're going to create the volume in the top. Vamos a crear el volumen del pelo en la cabeza, ¿verdad? La patilla allí. Y esto sale un poquito, es más prominente. Y haces la forma del cuello como entra, ¿ves? Y ahí tienes ya esta posición de la cabeza hacia arriba. Now, did you see this head goes in this direction? Up, see? This one goes down. This one goes in this direction here. Okay, 3 completely different positions. The only thing is equal in any case is the cross. And the ball is the same thing all the time. This is you can say a fórmula. Lo único que se mantiene en las tres partes que están dibujadas acá es que la bola y la cruz son inalterables. La dirección cambia según pongas la posición de la cruz. De frente, de lado, del otro lado y hacia arriba. Y entonces eso modifica la apariencia de la cabeza. Veremos la continuación de esto en la segunda parte. We continue in the second part with another examples of this formula. Remember, always the cross establish the position and the direction of the head. See, goes up, goes down, go to the left. It's pretty simple, really, but you need to visualize this. That's the problem in the beginning. But little by little, we gonna go develop some kind of instinct to establish this one immediately in our head, and after that, with that kind of visualization, we can jump over the thing without thinking too much, okay? We will see now the second part of this.